Welcome back to Turtlehead Unmasked. If you watch this, that means I've found a way through the game, and if not, then there's two reasons. Number one, you haven't clicked on the video, or number two, I just simply have not been able to get past the torment that has been trying to unearth this entire game for everything that I could possibly do within the reachable area of the game itself at this point in time. The cabinet is locked, it requires a combination to open. This was like one of those things which was like, I presume I've already inspected this, because it's just one of those objects that doesn't really stand out that much. So, 619, game of Hangman. It opened and we got ourselves a screwdriver inside, which we'll finally use on that radio to get that other battery up, so therefore we can power up the flashlight, and then from there go into that dark room, which we'll probably get a key from there, then from there get another key, etc, etc, etc. Oh dear, I'm putting too many expectations upon me at the moment, but for goodness sakes, like, some things are just so in the game itself, like, you just don't notice it, that the most unexpected things are the things in which you need to actually look at. At this point in time, I am a little bit anard as to what I need to do, aside getting the, getting to the radio. Whereabouts was the radio again? There's the radio. Let's use and discarded the screwdriver. Perhaps we need to use the screwdriver at some other point. Picked up a battery, thanks. Now we've got two of these batteries and we can power up said flashlight when we get it. Be careful not to mispronounce flashlights, by the way. I think I've done it once or twice. Rather than A, it's an E. You can go from there. Let's see, obtained the flashlight. Now, go upstairs and we should be able to go into this room now that we've got the flashlight. Good. We have the flashlight coupled with dictionaries and textbooks. Dictionaries and textbooks. There's some student profiles here. They're organized in alphabetical order by last name. We shall read Mason Camdenberg. Mason has always been rather reserved ever since he transferred into this school. He's always made an effort to keep it to himself and avoid communicating with other students. But one thing I've noticed is that he's always snooping around. Staff members have often caught him in places he shouldn't be in. I wonder if he is the murderer. Searching around the facility room, rummaging through teachers' files, trying to get the door in the basement open. I think there's more to Mason than what he was letting on. So I did some digging. I asked Principal Dale what he thought, and he stayed oddly silent. Why, though? This is his school, so why would he be silent about a fact that would be very prohibiting? What adds even more confusion is that he never does his homework, but Dale seemingly dismisses him whenever he gets in trouble for repeated offences. He acts more mature than any high schooler I've ever met. What else is going on at this school? Indeed, looks like someone's left the key in here. Good, toolbox key. There are also some student profiles in here. They're organised in alphabetical order by last name. We read Emma Hawkins. Emma has always been an endless source of energy. Even on the start of a Monday morning, she shows up bright and early with more enthusiasm than all of her peers combined. She's become rather infamous too for her performance on the track team. Apparently she's a borderline prodigy in that regard. What do you mean borderline? Guess she needs somewhere for all that energy to go. Oddly enough though, she spends most of her time with two of the more reserved students of mine, Harriet and Mason. Since sophomore year, Harriet has been glued to Emma, constantly at her side in the halls and in class when possible. When Mason transferred in, Emma took it on herself to get him to open up more. I think the girl has a good heart for sure. A part of me could live without her interrupting my science class with occult rants, though. Goodness sakes, Emma, you're in your rants about the occult. Now, where on earth is this goddamn toolbox? I remember the toolbox being blue, if I remember correctly. And it's in the robotics room. Thank you very much for that. But that other guy likes messing with you, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone moved it to a place you don't expect. Thanks for letting me know. And yes, what was that other bit of advice that she kept giving us about? I'm not too sure now. This is most definitely the robotics room with all the wires hanging around, and feels like the more detailed the engine gets, the less likely it is you can find the actual thing that you're looking for, because there's more pixels on the screen, and therefore there's more space to try and analyze everything. But where on earth is this toolbox that Emma has pointed us about? Because this is a robotics room, and there isn't a toolbox, in which Emma has said. More often than not, Emma has given us a clue towards a place which A does not exist, and B does exist but has not got the correct item in place. Perhaps I'm being too harsh, but I don't like sugarcoating something when there is something that could be improved, and in this case it's definitely the wording of Emma's helpful advice for the player itself. It's quite misleading, or I'm just misreading it and it is somewhere else entirely. But where on earth is this toolbox in which Emma has pointed out at for being in the robotics room, which we've been in the robotics room, but there is no toolbox to open up from there, so it's got to be within another room entirely. Or perhaps the robotics room is just not it at all. Perhaps just another one of those scenarios that just doesn't exist. I love this game's visuals, I'm not gonna lie. But the text, not the text itself, but the helpful hints that the game gives to the player is very hit and miss. It's either there or not there. This one. You're not the toolbox. How is this the robotics room, for goodness sakes? I thought this was the resource center. Inside there's robotics equipment. Something can be of use in here. Found the wire cutters. That is very, very helpful actually. Because now we can cut the wires on one of the downstairs doors. I think it's like the bottom rightmost door. Which is that door there, but I'm going to save first. I'm going to save first before I forget that I've done some progression in the game so far. Like, you cut the wire, and thankfully she didn't throw away the wire cutters. Like, such a useful tool to have. Some cleaning supplies, and a monster. Someone left a key on the shelf. Welcome to Paranoiac 2.0. Right, there's a note stapled to the wall. It reads, I think you shouldn't come here anymore. Look at what you've done. Clearly you can't be around the students. I just can't trust you to not do it again. We're all walking a fine line with the police, and everything's gonna go downhill if you get caught. From now on, only visit Marina outside of school. Marina, who is that? Is that someone that Principal Dale has been seeing? And that Marina has been allowed to go inside a school, although she is not part of the school as either a teacher, staff, or student. Do what shady business you have to do in that old school building and leave, for God's sakes. I don't want any more trouble. Thanks a whole bunch. I think that's directed at Principal Dale. I'm not going to lie. I think that's definitely directed at the principal himself. A broken keyring with all of its keys taken. Must have belonged to the janitor. If only if all the keys were there on the keyring, and then from there, well, we picked up the start of the game so we can just explore the entirety of the game without basement storage key. Now we can go there. I've forgotten what it said now. So you could just explore all of the doors within the game. Because it does remind me a bit of Paranoiac at the moment, where we find a key, we go into a room in which we unlocked with said key, and then we find a key in that room. Right. You unlock the door and discard a key. Lovely. Before we explore there, though, we're going to save the game, and then explore. Let's see. Shelves packed with clean supplies that are far past their expiration date. Does the computer, does the scene even turn on anymore? And this diary page is wedged in the drawer. Let's see what we've got here. September 1st. I'm getting a little creeped out. Teachers have been whining about seeing a strange man in the early morning and later night around the school. Sam had a weird encounter with him too, actually. Was pushed over, I believe. This blank has been escalating way too fast to keep up, and it's kind of stressing me out. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about it. Let's shift the topic. I'm going to make a gift for my cousin's birthday. Couldn't find anything I thought she'd like, so I'm just gonna make her something, sorry. I know she isn't picky or anything, but I can't half-ass something for her. Someone gave me a really good idea for it, and even offered to help. I think it'll surprise her. And something is there, thank you very much. Like, I like that kind of thing. You know, it's a jump scare, but it's not like a full screen jump scare. It's quite a subtle one. It's changing the colours and having a ghost sprite behind you. The corpse of a mouse that smells horrific. The corpse of a mouse that has been thrown halfway across the room because you were in rage, or the more literal term of a corpse of a mouse being, well, a corpse, a mouse that was once living but now dead. Am I dead? No, I'm not dead, actually. We're outside. This is the courtyard of the garden. Oh, you cut the wire. Oh, there's many more rooms we could have actually used the wire cutters on, actually. Like the two of them downstairs near the toilets. Oh, they're chains. Okay, they're not wires, they're chains. Oh, that one's a wire, though. Good, good. Oh, there's a mouse there. Hello, little fella. And this thing just keeps... She's not questioning anymore. Just don't. And... Who nicked my flashlight? Oh, there's my flashlight. A memo is on the ground. It says, slow and steady wins the race. Perhaps so. I'm not going to run in here then. Oh, there's a crack in the floor. Something spare. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, thanks. Thanks very much. You say slow and steady wins the race. You mean we should do the opposite of that and actually, you know, be quick about it? No viable routes without stepping on something and then getting killed. So I'm not too sure which way we need to go. Can't go for the middle, can't go for the right. So we have to go left. I believe this way. Yep, there's a crack in the floor there. Oh, great. Thanks, game. You've given us no viable routes to work with, and now we're gonna die. Yep, we just did that. Anytime you hit an object in the floor, and you only got a certain amount of time before he comes along. I do wonder why the right and the bottom haven't got a background to it. See, that's to the middle, and we've got 3 different... Oh, we can go around. I thought it was only 3 tiles wide. An index card with a password written on it. H3681. We better write that down. And even though we've got it written down, we still need to actually interact with it so that the player in the game knows that they've read it. Because you can kind of cheat in some games where you can have passwords preemptively written if you've already done a playthrough of the game. But in this case, let's not do that. And actually, the mechanics of the games force you to read up about it, even though you already know the password itself. I don't think you can interact with anything there. Nope. There's a door, though. The door's jammed shut. Oh, great. Did interacting with the door alert him? Because of the rustling sound of the door itself. Oh, but... Great. We shouldn't go near the stairs. Or perhaps we shouldn't have interacted with the door. This is one of the only games that does it, and I really like it, is that whenever there's a death scene going on, it has multiple variations of the death scene itself. So it's not all exactly the same screen going on. There's like different visual effects going on, and it's really good. I didn't mean to click on, step on that. I just want to go back and read that card so a player kind of knows. But death is inevitable. Yep, there we go. The stairs themselves provide creaking, so you can't go up them at this point in time. Unless, of course, there's a very specific route you need to take. But I think the only thing that we really need is the passcode. Let's see what's through these doors. It's still locked. It's locked. It's locked. It says it's still locked. Okay, so we need to go somewhere else with the wire cutters and open up another door of sorts. Because I imagine these are not the only ones. Like, wasn't there one on, like, the other side of the building? So it's chains around this door. Okay, that was one I thought also wires, but not chains, so... The only way forward is to somehow get up those stairs without the stairs themselves creaking in that dark room. Like, that's the only way I think we're going to be able to go about this, because there's no other doors which we could access at this point in time. I don't know about upstairs, though. This is the only bit of advice that Emma has for us. Fantastic. This must be where the password goes then, and I imagine it's case sensitive, must be. Let's see, that is not correct. Why is this a thing? It's supposed to have 5 letters in it, though. Not even that. That's not correct. Like, I just don't know at times. It's like somebody's name, possibly. I don't know. Okay, found another index card, and I think the H36811 represents the hare in the race, whereas TH033 represents the tortoise. So I think that this is the one we should input, and that is why it's at near the end of this place, so that we have to discover every nook and cranny to try and find it. But that doesn't stop the fact that I'm a little bit silly in my searches, and I draw myself up conclusions before looking everywhere and stuff like that. So I do apologise for being a little bit too harsh. But like I said earlier, I don't like sugarcoating things when there could be something to improve within the game. And I don't like it being like, this area, it could... No, just say what it is that you want to say and be honest. Because honesty is the best policy. TH033 is not correct. Then what is the correct answer then, computer? Unless of course there's another index card which we need to find within that room, but there could only possibly be 2. I don't know how people have found this game to be so easy or so fun, because there are aspects about it which are fun, but there are aspects about this which really make me want to tear my hair off. Hello people, here's yet another code for us to jot down. Let's see if this is the correct one. The third one. 2 of them are unnecessary. But of course there could be another code entirely. Thank you so much. That was the correct one. It unlocked. There's a tab open on the home screen. Let's see, under the last chair. What are you trying to refer to under the last chair? One of these ones? He found a key, but doesn't like it would go anywhere in the school. Picked up a blank key. What could this be for then? I wonder where it would go. A black key, but unfortunately it is cold to the touch, so it could be the door that is where you go from I forgot where it was now, the basement, and then you go up to a courtyard thing. You unlock the door and discarded a black key. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a grubby place. It kind of probably is where that masked killer is hiding out at, I'm not going to lie. Like, he needs a place of access. And why would it not be, A, in the basement, which students can't access, and B, it's a building that's conjoined to the school itself. This place is shoddy. Cracks in the floor, stains on the floor, everything, and there's some little red insects going about as well. Like, it's very hard to see, but there are red insects going about. That says keep out. The door's locked anyway. It's probably for the better. Yeah, probably for the better anyways. And then there's over here. And let's see, the door's locked. What about over here? It seems like we're going around in circles, I'm not gonna lie. Huh? An emergency fire exit with stairs leading downstairs. So, leading down, so the door is unlocked. You can get outside from here. You need to get Emma. Okay, that's good. The floor's collapsed, you can't get across. Our friend over there has seen better days. Looks bloodshotted. But also there's a door over there which looks a bit off. Not too sure. Maybe that's just me. Excuse me? Don't give me the creepy voices, thank you very much. I am a respectable individual who does not want to be eked out this late on in the game. Not too sure. People say it's not a particularly long game, but for me it feels very long because of how many times I've been stuck on a puzzle. Stop spooking me out, you know. Wait a minute, Emma's down the basement. Emma, are you there? You disappeared. You've gone. You just had to go when we needed you. Perhaps you've gone in to check on Mason. Or you have disappeared. Oh, you are definitely here. Oh, Harriet, it's just you. I swear it almost gave me a heart attack. What's all the blood on the floor, though? I was just checking up on Mason. He doesn't look too good, does he? I honestly can't tell if he's breathing or not. Hey, could you come here for a sec? I need to tell you something. Okay, what would that be, Emma? I just want to thank you, you know, for all of this. For doing what? You came to check on me despite me not knowing really much doing much to help. You're so patient, because I swear I'd be really pissed off if I was in your shoes. I mean, you braved a crazed murderer cult guy like it was nothing. Deep down, we're more fragile than you think. And with all you've been through, I can definitely say you're a really strong girl, Harriet. Girl. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's just... thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. If I don't convince you and Mason to come to the school after you found that letter, none of this would have happened. You suffered so much, and I just sat back and let it all happen. It's always been like that though, hasn't it? I've been such a horrible friend to you. How comes? Why would you say that? I don't know, I just... Huh? What's that? Yeah, you already found a way out? Why didn't you tell me so? Because you had your story. You had your little story, didn't yas? Let's go, Harriet. And what about... Mason? Aha, she's now following us. Hold on tight, Mason. Help is on its way. Help is on the way. We'll come back, and then, unfortunately, he would be gone. Unfortunately. We'll probably be surprised somewhere along here, because now that we've got Emma, it'll trigger something within the game. This place. Isn't this the old school building? I had no idea there was a way to get here from, like, inside the school. That's so weird, huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Watch your step, Harriet. Oh yeah, they didn't mention about the old school. But I didn't really... I thought it was demolished rather than it still being open. But door's locked. Yeah, definitely, probably for the better that it remains locked. And what about this one? That door's locked as well. There's a screen there. Jeez, what the hell is that smell? We gotta hurry up, I'm gonna get sick. The exit is in here. Oh, thank God, let's go. Thank goodness gracious. Would you... Look, the door's just there. Let's just go, okay? Oh. Something happened. I knew this floors don't look too good. Harriet, hold on, I'll pull you up. And they both fell. They both fell downwards. Damn it. Having two people is no good. And we got separated as well. So that's just grand. But you got separated when you thought you had freedom in sight? What the hell? We've already... Who are you? Jeez. Well, it's about time you showed up. How late were you this time? I hate to be that guy, but I really need you to show up to a class on time. I can't excuse you forever, and it would be awkward as all hell if I had to write you up. This is a dream, isn't it, or a nightmare? I have a lot to explain to that uncle of yours, so do me a solid and just try to get here on time, okay? Emma can find her way to class, you know. You don't always have to walk her. Excuse me? You good, kiddo? You look like blank right now. Keep looking at me like that and I swear your eyeballs are going to pop out of your... Oh. Why is Harriet hugging her then if all she's doing is being horrible? Hey, kid, something happened? Since when were you one for emotion? There. That grin doesn't give me any confidence. I have no idea... Of course. No one is going to save you. Thanks for that. And something happened to Emma. No, that's us. Headbleed. Oh no. And our eye's gone too. How the hell did our eye just go like that? There was noise coming from over there. Loose piece of black ribbon is here. Picks up a ribbon. Right. Door's locked. The card reader. It feels like it's too new to belong here. Yeah, it looks out of place. This over here. A corpse of a squirrel. It smells horrific. Door's locked. Over here. Where did Emma go? A notebook. The page has been torn out. Okay. A class schedule is written out and tagged onto the wall. The page looks like it was ripped from a notebook. And these things here. Emma and two other people there. Blonde-haired one must be Harriet. I'm not too sure. Could be someone else. Yeah, what are they doing there? A marked-up calendar. A strange robot with two indentations on its face. And a toppled-over table. Okay, let's see where else is in this place. Door's locked. Ah, this is the other side. Okay, fresh blood masked for familiar smell. You feel like your head is going to split open. Yikes. That's no good for me. And this looks like a bit of a maze. Do we need to push some of these or not? Oh, there's a dead cat in here. Oh, Christ. This is getting more and more horrific by the time goes. Honestly. There's a lot of horror involved in this little game. Or big game. However big the game is. What's the point of coming in here anyways? Aside from looking at a dead cat. And a lot of trash bags and smudged of blood. And tears in the floor. Unless one of these trash bags are distinctive in comparison to the rest of them. I don't know. Oh, can't leave. There's no doorknob to on the side of the door. Thanks. Do we have to jump down on one of these? We could have just left the door open, you know, rather than being trapped in here. Maybe there's a doorknob somewhere in one of these trash bags which we can get out of and then be able to oh, the bags with dead cats. But you can see something shiny inside a monster with maggots. Yeah, we'll reach for it. And is it a doorknob? An old building key. We can't exactly use it because there's no doorknob on this side of the door. And that's the only door which we can access. There's no doorknob. Okay, this is frustrating. Like the first part of this game, or first part of his Let's Play, very good. Aside the end part, which we couldn't fathom out what we need to do next. But this part and the last part just been filled with impossibilities to triumph over. And now, well, hi. I'm glad you came along. Okay, we can... Oh, we can do that, actually. Unless... Yeah, we should leave. We should just leave it be. That's over here. There's no doorknob on this side of the door. Why is there so many doors without doorknobs on both sides of the door? I feel like something has happened to Emma. Because there's a fresh smear of blood. And it looks like the blood runs out. So maybe the killer somehow patched Emma up. Why is it lagging? Well, there's definitely the change around the door. So Emma must be trapped in there then. Seems sturdy. Picks up some wooden boards. We could just pick them up like that. Wow. Okay, I have an idea of where they go. I think we should save first, though. Wait, the saver's... The saver's upstairs, my bad. Where do we go from here? Let's see, I think we go over here. And use the sturdy wooden boards here. There we go, that's good. And you're going to leave. I feel like we could do something. But what it is exactly, I'm not sure. Aha! Okay, you unlock the door. A diary page is taped to this garbage bag. September 3rd. I don't know if I'm just paranoid or something, but I think someone is following me. Whenever I'm looking over my shoulder at work, I feel like I see something out of the corner of my eye. It's especially freaky when I go out and have a smoke. Yeah, I sound like a kid scared of a boogeyman. But the morale monster staff has made it so hard. So the morale monster staff has made it so hard to not feel constantly on edge. I'm going to try and stay after school alone less often. Besides, I should take the time to work on my cousin's birthday gift. It's coming soon. Okie dokie, we've got that. The shelf contains some clean products. There's only one thing that caught your eye. Picks up a can of bug spray. Okay. What exactly do we need to have the bug spray for? I think for self-defense, possibly. Like a one-time use sort of thing. But there could still be the possibility of it not being used as a weapon. Probably for the better, yeah. Probably for the better. Can we access the rest of the school? I believe we can. Will there be anything else here, though? Like, I don't think there's anything we could use a bug spray on this part of the school. Okay, we can't go through that door. I wonder why that is. But also as well, the screen just starts to have a slight static effect to it, which was not apparent until now. That probably represents like our vision being slightly hazy, because we only have one eye open at this point in time. Like, what happened to that eye? Did you land on it when you fell down with Emma? Also, where is Emma? I miss her already. And we had a dream in here too. I'm not sure what I can do. Yeah, I'm going to leave. Like, I can't find him anywheres, or Harriet stumbled away from the school in a half-awake daze. Her head pounded and her vision was fuzzy, but she mustered the strength to continue on and call for help. Police stormed the buildings in search of the masked man, but he had long since fled the scene. He left his horrific handiwork in his wake. Additionally, no matter where they searched, remains of Emma and Mason weren't discovered. No arrests were ever made, and Harriet was left wondering what in the world that monster did to her friends. Ending 1, Harriet all alone. Okay, folks. I'm not prepared to try and go through the game and look and find all of the endings. I think this game is too hard in its current state to be able to specifically try and depict out what it is that the player needs to do in order to actually go through the game in itself. And I'm not sure why sometimes on the right hand side of the screen it's kind of blacked out, and at other times both the not the bottom right, but the right hand side of the screen and the bottom of the screen are blacked out. So yeah, I think this game is really good. Like, I would, if you take away the fact that it has kind of cryptic hints for the player to try and decipher, then it would be a very good game. But in its current state, I'd say it's a good game, but not as good as some people have said it is. But it would be harsh to say that it's a bad game. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at the clues themselves, which aren't helpful for me personally. But for me, it's like if you're hinting something which is much later on within the game, which you can't access at that point in time, like the resource center hint was, which you couldn't even get to when the hint was put out, then it's really confusing for the player. So that's why I'm going to end this Let's Play here. I'm sure there's a lot more to the story of this game if you delved into the game itself and try and find everything, but I've looked everywhere and there is nothing else that I could actually possibly do. Like, maybe you could... Hold on, I just want to try something. Maybe you could actually exit the school, Like, if you really tried hard enough, maybe you could exit the school. Now, it seems like you can't just exit no matter how many times you try and do this. And I doubt it would be different on the other side. So, this is where I'm going to end my Let's Play of Turtlehead Unmasked. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions as to what other actions I could have done within the game, then please put them down in the comment section below. Maybe I'll go back to this game at some point, but at the moment, I find it too hard to be able to progress through. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next time. Or in the next video, actually. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.